An extraordinary archaeological discovery was recently made very close to where I live in Frankfurt, central Germany, and I just wanted to share it with you because it is really groundbreaking and might definitely influence the way we think about the history of Christianity. So we have a small silver amulet, just 3.5 centimeters in size, that contains a rolled up thin silver sheet with a mysterious inscription. Experts agree that the 18 lines of the text will significantly enrich research on the spread of Christianity and the late Roman Empire's rule east of the Rhine. The description was deciphered using cutting edge CT technology. It reveals that the owner of the amulet was unmistakably a devout Christian, an extraordinary finding for this era. The first Christian north of the Alps seems to have lived in Frankfurt. The remarkable aspect of the artifact is definitely the age. The grave containing the amulet is dated back to about 230 and 270, making this the earliest authenticated evidence of pure Christianity north of the Alps. Previous discoveries date at least 50 years later. While historical records do have some information about early Christian groups living in Gaul and possibly the province of Upper Germania as well in the late second century, concrete evidence of Christian life in the Alpine north generally dates back to the 4th century, so that would be much later. This extraordinary find touches many fields of study and will definitely engage the scientific community for years to come, from archaeology and history to theology and philology. The amulet also has a very interesting history. It was unearthed in 2018 in NIDA, that would be the Roman predecessor of Frankfurt, a major archaeological site in Hessen. It was found in a 3rd century Roman grave in the Heilmannstraße cemetery in Frankfurt Braunheim. And the burial, labeled Grave 134, contained a male skeleton alongside interesting items such as an incense chalice and a clay jug. Beneath the man's chin lay the small silver amulet, likely worn on a cord around his neck. Such phylacteries were carried to hold magical content or relics, and they were believed to offer protection. This particular object, the phylactery, demonstrates the risks of openly practicing Christianity in the 3rd century, a time when the religion was still subject to repression, but at the same time it was spreading. The amulet also underscores the importance, the cultural significance of NIDA, revealing that it was far from being this peripheral frontier, but rather a hub influenced by the Roman Empire's vast reach. The artifact underwent extensive conservation and restoration at the Archaeological Museum of Frankfurt. By 2019, microscopic and X ray examinations confirmed the presence of an inscription. However, the fragile silver sheet, degraded after 1800 years in the ground, could not be unrolled manually. So, in 2024, advanced CT imaging at the Leibniz Institute of Archaeology in Mainz enabled a breakthrough. High resolution scans and 3D modeling digitally unraveled the text, revealing its complete contents. The 18-line Latin inscription is highly refined, which is also unusual for this period, as similar texts were generally composed in Greek or Hebrew. The amulet bears no traces of syncretism with Judaism or paganism, which is rare for the time. Instead, it seems to be purely Christian. Its opening lines invoke holy Titus and also a formula, the Trishagion, so that's basically saying holy 3 times, a phrase otherwise attested only in the 4th century. The closing references Philippians chapter 2, between lines 10 to 11, a hymn attributed to Paul, also emphasizes the theological depth of this inscription. The Frankfurt silver inscription is thus one of the most significant early artifacts, Christian artifacts worldwide, as it pushes back the timeline of Christianity in the region and raises new questions for archaeology, theology, and history. Combined with the broader study of the Heilmannstraße cemetery, this discovery reshapes our views on the Roman Empire's Rhine frontier during the 3rd century. It also highlights the importance of this settlement of NIDA as a crucial administrative, economic, but also religious center of its time, known for its extraordinary cultural diversity. So, in my opinion, definitely a great find, and looking forward to know more about this and other finds in the region. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this little piece of information, feel free to subscribe to the channel for much more information about, well, essentially the early Middle Ages and Vikings, but occasionally I find these interesting bits as well and add them. Thanks a lot for listening and watching, and see you next time.